This is episode 196 of the Rise Up podcast. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve and Tim on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. This podcast is a weekly conversation designed to help you think and laugh and keep your eyes on Jesus. If you haven't already, subscribe today so you don't miss a single episode. And find out more about our show at familylife.org.
A room full of emotions, if we had a room full of people.
Yes.
With Christmas.
Yep.
All from it's the best time of the year to it's the worst time of the year. Emotions are all over the place, basically with any day perhaps, but Christmas is such a focus. What if, no matter how you're looking at Christmas this year, just like we're to look at every single day as why are we here in the first place, is to glorify God. What opportunities do you have this Christmas season, no matter how you feel about the actual thought of Christmas?
So true. Because I think about thinking about people who don't love the feel of Christmas, Steve. I'm going to talk about the Grinch for a second here. Okay. And, we say it humorously sometimes like, don't be a Grinch. Or some people might identify with and say, I am a Grinch, But I was watching one of the animated Grinch movies. So we're watching that the other day. And I'm thinking about how in this version, this is a recent version of the film. Okay, this is from the 2010s. It's not from a bygone era in America, okay? It's a modern film, and there's Christmas carols in it that say, God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we had gone astray. And here I'm thinking I'm feeling emotional. I'm watching an animated Grinch movie with my little girl and I'm feeling emotional. Why? Because a major Hollywood studio literally just put the words, whether they thought about it or not, in their film, Christ was born to save us from Satan's power. Rejoice. They said that, that's the gospel.
Right.
It's right there.
Yeah.
And I've got to think about that. For a lot of people, it's going to sound like white noise because, oh yeah, it's a Christmas song. It just washes together with everything else. But is there somebody who hears that, who might themselves feel like a Grinch at that time of year, whether they're saved or not or whatever, right? But their thought goes to, hold on, what do I believe about that? Do I believe that there really was a Christ who was born? Do I believe that there even is a Satan to overcome? Is that a real thing? Do I believe in that, in good and evil? That's got to happen. This time of year, you might be listening to other radio stations, not even Family Life, and you might hear the gospel. So I've got to wonder how many times, just because in Christmas you can't avoid Christ right there in the name, these opportunities, again, just like you said, Steve, even if you don't like the celebrations, and that's okay, you don't have to like how it's celebrated, there might be opportunities where you could ask somebody about what they've heard, or maybe even they have a question for you about what they've heard.
I know open-ended questions are great. When, let's say you're watching a movie, but not with your little one, you're watching an adult grown-up people in the room and you're watching a Christmas movie and whatever the Christmas movie is about. What if later, if the opportunity arises, you're talking to this person who doesn't know Jesus personally, and you just ask an open-ended question like, what do you think about, what did you think about that message? Or do you think that's true or just made up? Is that just a story or did that really happen? I'm curious as to what your opinion is. And maybe they know you believe in Jesus and they see it coming or whatever, but you can even say, it's like, hey, I know we may think about this holiday of Christmas a little bit differently spiritually, but I'm just curious so I understand people better. What do you think about it? Do you think it's true? Is it not true? What are your thoughts on Christmas and the meaning?
Right.
And then just be quiet.
Right.
And just see what they say.
Yeah, just have it. Just let them share.
That's
a really wild idea.
So it's an opportunity to bring up Jesus. And how about this one? You see people either write it or you see it up on a billboard, just written, Happy Xmas.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Right.
The Xmas conversation.
Yes, there is a conversation to that.
Because I really did. I used to think, they really don't even want to, they're so opposed to the word Christ.
Right.
They won't even write it. And the Xmas is a negative. But I learned something a few years ago.
Oh, I know. It's so cool. So, yeah, this whole thing about X and Xmas, or what we should say, Chi-mas, really, because I learned that it's a Greek letter. Chi is. It looks like an X to us. And I always thought it was the same thing as you, Steve, that it was an X to say, I don't want to write Christ's name, so I'm writing Xmas. But, this has history to it, and like history going way back to when Christianity, as it's forming, like Greek is the language that's used in so many places, and X or Chi, that's the first letter of the word Christ in Greek, and so X was a shorthand. It was like the initial for Jesus Christ. So X was for Xmas, and that goes back, I don't even know, Steve, the first time it was used, but it's like hundreds, over 1,000 years ago, it's being referred to as Xmas. So I've got to wonder, like, if that conversation comes up, that could come up with a believer or unbeliever.
Sure.
You know, because a Christian could be telling you, like, oh, don't say Xmas, it's this bad thing. And you could lovingly share, hey, actually, did you know? And then you get to learn something with a fellow Christian, or it could be something that starts a conversation with somebody else. Say, hey, you know, actually, the roots of this go back really far to back when, and then you get to share about what we've always believed is Christmas and what Christmas has always meant to us.
Right. There are so many opportunities to have conversations this time of year. It may be the appropriate time to just start a conversation and get their feelings. And guess what? They may ask you, why? What do you think?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
They've asked you the question, and now you can tell them.
Open door right there.
Exactly.
That's what really, that is the thing about Christmas, Steve, is like, if there, Christmas and Easter, it's like, which one's a better opportunity?
Yeah.
But how much more approachable can God get than being a baby, than being a little tiny baby? Like we should never be ashamed to just really acknowledge exactly what Christmas is. God as a baby. Jesus Christ, God incarnate, born humbly. I mean, if there's maybe somebody else, you think like everybody knows that, don't they? I don't know.
Right.
What if somebody doesn't know, like, wait, you Christians really believe that your God, like, became a baby? Like, actually God, or just like a really good teacher guy? No.
Yeah.
Jesus is God in the flesh. Think about that. A God who's willing to be that vulnerable, that small, that intimately related to us so that he could save us. There's no wider open door than the vulnerable message of Christmas.
Facing a whole new day is a lot easier when you remember that God is in charge. You're listening to Rise Up on Family Life.
Oh, so frustrated. Why didn't I think of this? Squeeze bottle gravy. They now have it.
I can tell you why you didn't think of that, Steve.
Well, now this is life-changing technology.
No, well, it changes things, I'll agree.
Move over, Wi-Fi. Step aside, electric cars. We now have the ability to apply gravy with precision out of a squeeze bottle.
Oh, because that's been the big problem, is there hasn't been enough accuracy in gravy application.
Leftover turkey sandwich. Boom! Gravy drizzle. Mashed potatoes.
No.
Even my morning banana. Okay, I'm not going to put gravy on that. Okay, that's not going to happen. But what else? It gets my mind racing, Tim.
Oh, yeah?
That's not a good thing sometimes.
Well,
I'm like, what else can we have out of a squeeze bottle? Well, how about, squeeze stuffing. Just plop a little perfect blob right onto your... Squeeze, I'm not even a big cranberry sauce, but squeeze like a festive ketchup, cranberry sauce.
That's not terrible. I would go with that.
Squeezed mashed potatoes. Great for decorating your walls and your dinner. How about squeezed pumpkin pie filling? Just shoot it straight into your mouth.
How much do I have to tolerate
here? For one more. One more. Squeezed turkey. We'll call it gobble gel.
No, we won't.
Too far?
It is. It was a while ago, actually.
But honestly, whoever invented squeezed gravy, God bless you.
I mean, yes, but just because God bless everyone.
Creativity is a gift from the Lord.
Yeah.
And clearly, the Lord was having a lot of fun that day.
Thanks for making us part of your morning routine. It's Rise Up with Steve and Tim on Family Life.
I'm still disturbed by the squeeze bottle gravy.
Well,
that's apparently a thing now. It didn't need to be. I didn't want it. Did anyone ask for it?
Pretty good idea. I don't think so.
Good morning. Okay, so I'm not an expert on squeeze bottles, but I'm picturing squeeze bottle gravy as a disaster at the kids' table. I'm thinking it's going to be bad.
May the blessings of the Lord be with you in all that you do today. This is Rise Up on Family Life.